Hi everyone and welcome to English Hub Online, your digital English classroom wherever you are in the world. This is the second episode of my IELTS Speaking series, featuring a high-scoring Part 2 sample answer, plus useful language tips to boost your score. Describe a person you know who set up their own business. You should say who this person is, what kind of business they run, what motivated them to start their own business, and say whether you would be interested in doing similar work in the future. I'd like to talk about a former colleague of mine, an English teacher I used to work with, who took the bold step of starting his own language institute a couple of years ago. We were teaching at the same private school, and I remember he often expressed frustration during our breaks. He was unhappy with the low salary and the rigid teaching guidelines we had to follow. He was full of creative ideas for engaging lessons, but unfortunately, the school management didn't give him much freedom to try new approaches. Although he used to mention his dream of setting up his own language school, I honestly didn't think he would go through with it. So I was quite surprised when he suddenly handed in his resignation and announced that he had rented a small property with 3 classrooms in the city center. In the beginning, he struggled to attract students and build a reputation. But after about a year, things really started to pick up. His school gradually gained popularity through word of mouth, and his business has been thriving ever since. In fact, the last time we spoke, he mentioned that he was planning to expand and move into a larger building. As for me, I've definitely been inspired by his journey. I share many of the same frustrations he had, especially the lack of autonomy in traditional schools. However, instead of opening a physical school, I'm more interested in running an online business. That's why I recently launched my own YouTube channel focused on English learning, and I'm hopeful with some time and dedication, I'll be able to grow it into something successful as well. A former colleague of mine means someone I used to work with in the past. To take the bold step of doing something means to do something brave or risky, especially when it involves change. This expression is great for describing decisions that require courage. To express frustration means show or say something that you're annoyed or dissatisfied with. Frustration is a useful noun to describe negative emotions, especially when things don't go as planned. Rigid guidelines means rules or instructions that are very strict and hard to change. Rigid is a formal synonym of strict, good for showing wide vocabulary. Engaging lesson refers to a lesson that is interesting and holds students' attention. Engaging is a great alternative to interesting. Go through with something means to do something difficult or unpleasant that you had planned or promised to do. Hand in your resignation means to formally tell your employer that you're going to leave your job. To build a reputation means to slowly develop a good public opinion about yourself or your business. To pick up is a phrasal verb to describe growth in business, speed, or energy. Word of mouth means recommendations passed from one person to another by talking, often used when a business grows in this way. Thrive means to grow, develop, or become successful, especially in a good environment. It's a strong verb that can replace do well or be successful. As for me, is used to introduce your own opinion or situation, especially after talking about someone else. is great for creating contrast or shifting focus to yourself. The word journey is used metaphorically in this context. It refers to someone's experiences or progress over time, especially when it involves efforts or change. The lack of autonomy means not having the freedom to make your own decisions. To run a business means to be in charge of a business or be responsible for how it operates, a common expression in business-related topics. The verb launch means to officially start something new. Use launch instead of start for things like products, websites, or businesses to sound more advanced. For more IELTS tips, you can visit my website www.englishhubonline.com, where you'll find IELTS resources and plenty of other useful English materials to explore. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you found it useful, please give it a like, share it with someone who's learning English, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical lessons. See you in the next one. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, wherever you are.